There are many simple things in the world. Shovels. They are all different. Gardening shovel. Unloading shovel. Children's shovel. But there is also a different shovel. We use it when we come to the position. In short time, it helps us dig a trench which saves us from bullets. If a tank will pass over the trench, there is a high probability that it will not cause any harm to the soldier. We dig in the ground, deeper, and then connect the trenches with our friends to the left. In just a few hours, trenches are all connected. When we do not have an axe, we can use a shovel to cut a loaf of bread. A soldier uses a shovel as a paddle, crossing the wide river under enemy fire. If we run out of ammunition, we will use a shovel again, and then we'll move on. And when we get the order to stop, we'll take a shovel again and build around us an impregnable fortress. This fortress is defended by the army of Ukraine, our army.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Hi, Lieutenant. How are you doing? Aw, did you find your land nav point, Lieutenant? Good job, Lieutenant. You get a
Expert Action Badge.
Put on your uniform right.
Expert Action Badge.
Show up to work on time.
Expert Action Badge.
Qualify on your weapon.
Expert Action Badge. Badge of Action.
Find your guide on.
Expert Action Badge.
That's right. Just doing your noble warrior task and drills, you get a
Expert Action Badge.
Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Shit in a bag, Pogue. Badge of Action.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Action Badge.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Let's roll.
Morning, Sergeant Major.
How do you know what kind of goddamn day it is?
Beautiful morning, Sergeant Major.
Are you a fucking weatherman now?
You're listening to Sergeant's Time on WTF Nation Radio.
For the Functional Veteran Center of Excellence this 10 October. Break 'em off some. I'm Aisha host. In the gunner city, I got the Spinky.
Hey y'all, it's me.
Oh man, oh Spinks, how you doing?
We're here.
Yeah,
It's a wonderful Thursday. We are in double-digit days in November. Got like one more week till Thanksgiving break. I can do this.
Yeah, one more day exactly. Well, what's up, guys? From everybody in the chats, I see mingling around there, and oh man, I got all the chats up. I'm seeing what's going on in Twitch, YouTube, except for Twitter. Hey, Elon, put chats back into Twitter. Put it back in there so we can watch it like Periscope. So that way we can have interaction in there from the chats. But I'm your host, Spanky's, of course, the gunner in the gunner seat in, broadcasting live deep within the mountain compound, or maybe somewhere in the basement of the Pentagon, right below the food court. Right there, smack down. You know, we can get a Pentagon hot dog. get a Pentagon. I almost said Pentecostal hot dog. So I was like, oh,
What kind of hot dog is that?
What kind of hot dog is this? Like, hi. Well, today is the Marine Corps' birthday, so happy birthday, United States Marine Corps.
Oh, I love you, crayon eaters.
Yeah, they're like 247 years old now. The Marines. Wait a minute, a little bit longer
Just
than
a
the
baby.
Yeah, just a baby, exactly. So real quick, right before we went on the show, our good friend, the Fat Electrician, decided to grace us with another one of his videos. And so I figure, why don't we just start off with one of his vids, and there you go. And that way, we can hear it. So if you guys, want to turn your sound, change your mics, whatever you want to do it to make sure you can hear this. This is the Fat Electrician's new vid. So check it out. Stand by. We're gonna do we're gonna do side by side for stand. So stand by. Hang on. Here we go. And then Fat Electrician is about 5 minutes. We can laugh and just watch. Damn it.
All right, we're going to do a special video for the Marine Corps birthday. We're going to go over some of my favorite Marine quotes, some of my favorite Marine lore. It's going to be great. And for those of you that don't know, the Marine Corps birthday is the greatest American holiday that most people don't know about. And once you do know about it, it becomes the groundhog for the entire holiday season. As soon as all your Marine buddies start posting memes talking about Semper Fi and how drunk they're going to get at the ball, you know that the rest of the holiday season is upon you. It's only a matter of time until you get to start reading newspaper articles about how somebody got trampled to death for a $1 toaster on Black Friday. And then we all come together on Thanksgiving to do something that Americans very seldom do, overeat. And then December starts, that wonderful, wonderful time of year where every single store in America plays Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You, on a loop. And let me tell you, it will never ever get old or annoying or redundant or annoying. I blame Nick Cannon. Anyways, then we're going to have Christmas, then we're going to have New Year's, and then we all get to get the date wrong every time we write it down for the next 3 months while we quietly reflect on how many years it's been since we graduated from high school. What I'm trying to tell you is you owe it to yourself to go drinking with the Marines on the Marine Corps birthday before this shit show of a holiday season starts. Because if you've never been, drinking with the Marines is a phenomenal experience. Really, it's a two-step process. Step 1, show up. Step 2, proceed to do whatever the fuck you want. Because guess what? If anything goes down, you've got a horde of Marines. Who's gonna stop you? I'll tell you who's not gonna stop you, the cops, because when they show up, one of them is a Marine. And they're not about to arrest a Marine or a Marine's buddy on the Marine Corps birthday. At worst, he's gonna tell you to have a good rest of your night. At best, he's there to help you hide the body, because that's just how Marines get down. So if you've never been drinking with the Marines, please do it. And I know what you're thinking. What if I don't have any Marine friends? That's fine. Just go to the bar. They'll be there. How are you going to identify said Marines? You don't have to. Believe me, you're going to figure it out pretty quick. They'll tell you. I love them, but they are the CrossFit of the military branches. They are not about to let you think that they served in any other branch but the United States Marine Corps. Now, why is the Marine Corps birthday such a big deal?
I'm kind of a big deal.
Well, it's because the Marines are kind of a big deal. I don't know where to start with this, so we're just going to start from the beginning. November 10th, 1775. Yeah, that's before 1776. The Marine Corps is older than the United States of America. They were founded in Tun Tavern, a bar. The Marine Corps was founded in a bar. You can't make that up. Just setting a tone right out of the gate. Speaking of setting a tone, pretty much every time the Marine Corps gets let off its leash, they come back with some new terrifying nickname that the enemy gave them. And that proud tradition started in World War I at the Battle of Belleau Wood. If you don't know, super short, oversimplified version of history, the Germans were marching through France towards Paris. The Marine Corps shows up and is like, nah. They're able to push back the Germans once with the help of the army and the French, and then the French beg the Marines to retreat back to a more fortified position with them. To which the Marine Corps leadership responds, and I quote, "Retreat. We just got here." They then proceed to don their gas mask and fix their bayonets as they go into one of the bloodiest battles America has ever fought. And the Marines do it so aggressively that the Germans begin to call them the Devil Dogs, a moniker that no one that has ever fought them since has disagreed with. Then we fast forward to World War II. World War II, everybody talks about Iwo Jima, and they should. Very poetic, very heroic, very romantic when they raise the flag. But my personal favorite Marine story from World War II is the Battle of Tarawa. If you don't know, Tarawa Atoll is the most fortified island the Marines have ever landed on. The Japanese admiral in charge of defending Tarawa is quoted as saying, "1 million men couldn't take Tarawa in 100 years. To which the Marine Corps said, "Hold my beer," as 4,000 Marines proceeded to take it in 3 days. Yeah. Only one Japanese officer actually survived that battle, and in his journal, he described it as this. "We could see the American landing crafts coming towards us like dozens of spiders on the surface of the water, when one of my men exclaimed, 'The gods of death have come.'" I'm trying to paint the picture that they've built quite the reputation for themselves. A reputation so intimidating that during the Gulf War, Desert Storm, whatever you prefer to call it, the Iraq military was scared of the Marines because they actually believed that to become an American Marine, you had to murder a member of your family at basic training. Now, that obviously is not true by any stretch of the imagination, but I think it speaks volumes that an entire military actually believed it. The Marine Corps merely existing is a form of psychological warfare. And that's just when they're merely existing. They're way scarier when they're actually doing their job. Like for everybody, including their own chain of command. For example, during the Battle of Fallujah, the Marines got so many headshots that the United States military had to launch an internal investigation because they were concerned that the Marines may have been executing people at point blank. They weren't. They were just out there giving long-range lobotomies at a rate that the American government didn't know was possible, which adds even more to the psychological warfare aspect. I mean, how would you feel if you had to go up against a military force that you knew was under investigation for getting too many headshots? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say not great. And that is truly intimidation at its finest, because everybody knows the most advanced militaries in the world offer their men body armor. Ain't nobody giving their guys face armor. The Marines subtly saying, "I don't care how big your military budget is, you can still get it." I think Eleanor Roosevelt said it best when she said, and I quote, "The Marines I have seen around the world have the cleanest bodies and the filthiest minds, the highest morale and the lowest morals of any group of animals I have ever seen. Thank God for the United States Marine Corps." End quote. And while I wasn't there, I'm willing to bet of the Marines that heard it, at least one of them leaned over to his buddy and said, "I'd hit that." In conclusion, the point I'm trying to make to you is Marines make great friends and horrible enemies, and I would strongly recommend helping them celebrate their birthday. So yeah, go check out my website, buy some merch, quack bang out. I'm gonna go drink with the Marines. Okay, bye.
Oh, man. Quack bang out. That was awesome. That was a... there you go. The CrossFit of the military.
I literally had to keep myself on mute, or you would only have heard me.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, that was a good rant from our friend, the fat electrician. drop, like I said, check out his link. If you go to WTF Nation Radio, you will see it posted on the Facebook page, and it's already tweeted out. But if you go to WTF Nation Radio's Facebook page, it'll be posting in about 30, 40 minutes. And then you'll be able to check it out. Buy his stuff. He's a great guy, great friend to the station and to the WTF Nation. And he's had his videos are just awesome. Just the way he eloquently explains some of the jobs and some of the things that we do in the military. I love it.
I do have like the issue with him saying hold my beer. Marines are not going to let anybody else hold their beer.
Marines don't. Marines will do shit holding beer. What are you talking about?
Right?
Man?
They will hold their own beer.
They
drink it.
Yeah. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as that. Yeah.
Other than that, spot on.
Yeah. I mean, it is. It is real spot on. Hey, real quick. So I know we're running out. We're just gonna do a lot of screen caps today because today we also have a let me look and see what we got here. We have a call for attendance. Hang on. Let me look this up here. So make sure I got the right stuff up coming up. I think it was another a sister radio station, terrestrial radio. There we go. Just throw real quick. It's for scheduled for Keith Tisward homecoming. Effingham's news and sports leader, 979 XFM and KJ Country 102.3. Thanks again. So check it out. Make sure you go on the main page and go to WTF Nation Radio's Facebook page again, so that way you can see all these postings. Make sure I'm directing you all to go there, so that way you guys can see some of the stuff we have going on. It's pretty. We're starting to. I'm glad we're doing call for assistances again, or attendances. I'm sorry. Pretty soon we're going to be doing the assistances. Remember back in the day when we used to help. We used to send messages out to people to go help them move, to go help them find stuff like that. We're working some stuff to make sure that we can do it again, legalities and stuff like that, and then it'll come back.
Yeah, that's exactly how I first found the main page 11 years ago or something.
I was about to say it must have been some time, right?
It's been some time, quite some time, and it was just one of those calls for assistance that. Soldier was PCSing, driving across country on his way to JBLM.
Yep.
Probably back when it was still Fort Lewis. And he broke down in my hometown. My little brother went and changed the water pump or fuel pump or, I don't know, some kind of pump in his car. But yeah, that's how I finally found it. Because one of my soldiers said, hey, aren't you from South Dakota? I'm like, yeah. And they showed me, and that's how I found y'all.
That's it. That's what I'm talking about.
So it wasn't like, one of my soldiers turned me in for being, a shitbag. like a lot of leaders find the main page.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm glad that we're bringing that back, because I'll be honest with you, it's one of those things where that was the core of the work that we did. You know what I mean? That's a lot of the assistance and stuff that we would do. So. How long did it take for for Flash to Bang? How long did it take for you to how did you what was the process? What happened with that? Can you give us a little bit of background on what happened?
Yeah, we were okay. So it happened. I just remember because I was in 181 then, and like I said, one of my soldiers, looking around on like Facebook at work or something, he's like, hey, aren't you from South Dakota? I'm like, yeah. So he showed me, and he's like, log your Facebook, because again, we could get on Facebook on our government computers and stuff. Then I don't know. Like how that's gone back and forth.
Right.
So I did. And so I messaged the main page and said, hey, let me get that kid's contact info, send it to my brothers. And it wasn't long. Like within that same, like a few hour period, the dude had the part or whatever. He just didn't know how to do it. So my brother did. And of course, he lives there and had all his tools. So
right.
Yeah. And kid went on his way, and I just forgot to ask him to take a picture. And whoever the admin on the main page was that I was talking with at the time asked, did you get a picture? No, I didn't think of it. Funny other thing about this is they couldn't tag him either, because at this time, this is my baby brother, was still married to his ex-wife, and he wasn't allowed to have Facebook.
He wasn't allowed to have Facebook?
No.
God. That's pretty messed up, dude.
Keyword ex-wife.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Yeah.
I got a few of those.
Just a few.
Just yeah, you know, just yeah. Anyways, oh well, that's what I'm talking about. That's what it's all about. You know what I mean? Those types of stories, I like those type of stories because that's what U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio is all about. Is getting that word out there and getting the you know, the audience involved and all that. And then that's all we ask is a little bit of an AAR. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, and I know like lots of things have come up on the page like that since then too, and it's like I said, and it isn't even on just the ones I like, you know, where we, you know, will donate money and stuff. Because anytime they ask for some money, I'm like, okay, that's where my little $20 is going this week and stuff like that. But you know, it's a really great way to like exactly like this kid, like connect them with somebody. There's going to be a veteran everywhere that like, okay, that might be able to help. It could be just like, oh, I'm PCSing, I don't have all my tools. You know, simple as that. Just hey, I bet somebody in that town does that we know that's connected to the page in some way.
yeah, exactly. And I mean, there's been times where in certain areas I have assisted, and I don't. This is when I was anonymous. This is when I was like not known, and I didn't want nobody to tell. You know, so what I would do is like, hey, I saw it on Facebook. I saw you guys need some help, and they're like, okay, cool, you know, and
Gotcha.
and then they're like, oh, okay, and then all right, well, thank you so much. Can I get you, you know, can I get you a beer, something like that? And then it's almost like, you know, you watch those superhero movies. They turn around, the hero's gone. That's what it was for me. It was like I got, you know, I wanted to dip out because I didn't want to get in trouble. But sometimes I would say, yeah, you can say I helped out, and then they would message the main page, yeah, this one guy came and helped and did this and did that, and then they're like, okay. That's how we got most of the information. So, that's what it's all about. So that's the community, and I'm glad the pandemic bullshit has, and the how do I say that, the restrictions that we had have allowed to you know to have us do that shit again. It's great. I mean that's the reason why we stopped doing it before. Ice, hey Ice, you looking more and more like Father Time. I am Father Time. Give it another couple, give it another few days, and the stripes will start coming in and all that, and that's pretty cool. I don't know, I got too much gray. It's like I said, like I said before, it's like fiber optic. That's why you guys can't see it very well, but it's there. If I were to do a real quick picture, so all right. So real quick, everyone was asking me what's the status of the Staff Sergeant Michael A. Dickinson Memorial mock-up. Currently, right now. Well, let me tell you what happened. Let me update you what happened is that a Gold Star family member was not told and only found out through social media that a mock-up was going to be replacing her husband's memorial. And so Glory Grace Dickinson came on to discuss it and shoot the breeze. And it was a very powerful episode of I don't even remember if it was Sergeant's Time or fucking the Monday edition, man. I
honestly don't remember either.
I was pretty pissed off. So, So at any rate, the spouse, you know, she was notified by First Special Forces Command, the CSM, and the Chief of Staff, and of course the leadership at 9th SIAT Battalion, the CSM and the battalion commander. So the plan was presented to her. I got a copy of the plans, and I'm kind of like waiting to see if we can post this stuff to get ready. So once I get the permission, I'll post up the plans. But it's going to be basically they're going to remove the mock-up where it's at currently next to the 1st Special Forces Command headquarters, and then be built further, and it's going to be larger, and it's going to be a bigger facility. And we talked about the memorial that was going to be in place. So now the process is happening. The process is happening where they're disassembling the mock-up. Well, on last Thursday, the 9th SIAT Battalion did a ceremony and I'll be honest with you, I've never seen a ceremony done like this, and I thought it was professional. I saw the video. I got 9th SIAT Battalion tagged in both the Facebook pages, but if you go to our posts right now on WTF Nation Radio and U.S. Army WTF Moments, just click on the 9th SIAT Psychological Operations Battalion Airborne Facebook page. They just started it up. And you will see the ceremony. I'm gonna throw some pictures up right quick of that ceremony. Hang on, let me get this right here. Let me get it squared away, and that way you guys can see. There we go. So this was the picture that was standing next to the mock-up. And there's what they did was they basically got the stone to which the plaque is affixed to, and they boxed it up and had like a closing, like almost like casing the colors.
Oh wow, I've never seen one of those.
Yeah, exactly. I've never seen any of that type of stuff before. And so they had a ceremony. There's the mock-up itself, and there's members of 9th Psyop Battalion and members of the Psyop Regiment there to say farewell. And there's the command team, and speeches were made, and there is the box. Now, again, like I said, I've never seen. I thought this was professional. 9th Psyop Battalion did it up pretty good. I've never seen it's almost like I said, it's like a casing of a color. It's like casing of colors, and it was boxed up. Once it was packaged, there was a salute, honors rendered, and then the command team spoke, and the chaplain provided a prayer. And the CSM right there is speaking. So that was once it was packaged up, then the soldiers. Now, dude, this is if you want to talk about some feels, the soldiers.
Oh boy, I was not prepared.
I was not prepared. Yeah,
I'm gonna get my seatbelt for the field.
Fasten them seatbelts. Because then there was a dedication. That was going to be given to the VF, the American Legion post that's named in honor of Mike Dickinson.
Oh.
So they did this last Thursday. 9th Psyop Battalion did a ceremony, prepared the relocation and reconstruction, of course, of the new mock-up facility. And then the current mock-up was dedicated to Staff Sergeant Dickinson in 2010, and the mock-up facility, which includes a larger memorial stone, is forecasted to be done by July 2023. We're going to be paying attention to that. We're definitely going to be paying attention to that. The stone then was decided to be relocated to Mike's hometown in Battle Creek, Michigan. Well, it will reside at the American Legion Post 257. It was dedicated in Dickinson's honor in March 2018, and then service members from 9th Psyop Battalion, they packed it all. They packed up the stone and moved it. And physically, like legit freaking hand delivered it to the American Legion Post.
So my only question, I might have missed this. So his widow is involved and knew all of this was going to be happening now. Like, I know she didn't know at first.
Correct. Yes, Glory Grace. Glory Grace did not know at the time, but once she provided us the information, and it was I guess you'd say it was broadcasted on the podcast, and she came on.
Right.
Ever since then, now she's been involved. The 9th Psyop Battalion leadership has been involved in providing her all updates of the moving of the memorial stone and where the location's at. Like I said, I just got the plans. I want to make sure. I want to sift through them so that way I can take it apart and do slides again and do arts and crafts to show what's going to look like and all that. And so again, hand delivered. The Legion post, again, I think this is so cool. I'd never seen a relocation of a memorial stone from one location to another. Mm-hmm. So I think it's, again, I just world class stuff.
I have never seen one either. And hopefully, like I said, they may have, created this ceremony based off of, the other kinds of ceremonies and stuff we have. And that's great too. It's like they're showing, like I said, this memorial is not that old. He still has, his widow is still, very much alive and right here. It's not like we're moving a memorial or something from, like a Civil War veteran or something.
Right, exactly.
And I would hope that if we ever have to, move a memorial for any reason, like, of course, contact the widow if, it's this recent, but like they kind of set a standard here.
They did.
It should be doctrine now. We have to do this.
Yeah, they did. 9th Psyop Battalion did set the standard. Again, that world class professionalism, and I mean, it was it couldn't have been done. It couldn't have been a better send off. You know what I mean? And of course the leadership. What's funny is that I know everybody that's in those pictures and stuff like that, and I'm proud of them. Just the way I see it, it's awesome stuff to see them. Do that for Mike and Glory Grace, and then for Vicky, his mom too. So they were not able to attend the ceremony, but they were well aware of what was happening. and kept me informed too, so that way I could provide the audience, because I still get that in the inbox. Hey, whatever happened with this? Whatever happened with that? And so I kind of.
Oh yeah, if we can follow up on any of the stories we do,
yeah,
we definitely will. Good, bad, or whatever. If we get updates,
right, exactly. So
tell y'all.
Yep. So, but my biggest thing is that July 2023, when this new mock-up facility gets rebuilt, I might fly out there and check it out. I might go back to Bragg.
Oh, I might go to Liberty with you as well.
Oh, you might go to Liberty? Yeah, okay. Well, there we go. Yeah, you might go to Liberty. Wait a minute, Liberty? That's messed up. Why you gotta say that? That's messed up.
Have we met?
Yeah, what to say? Yeah, exactly.
But with that, it was 37 minutes into the show until we got our first back at Bragg.
Yeah, you ain't lying, huh? Yeah, no pun intended. That's my old MOS, 37 Fox. 37 minutes, 37 Fox, back at Bragg. And talking about 37. So there you go. So that again, I'm glad I got that update. So from Gloria Grace Dickinson, and I appreciate her keep me on the up on that. So that's pretty relieved a little bit. You know what I mean? Because now it's like it's on the command to honor the promise. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. And again, like I said, they set a standard. If any other unit has to do this again, they will not have to, recreate the wheel. They have something to base a ceremony off of.
Exactly. So with that, Josiah, of course, as soon as he hears that, he does Liberty. So tomorrow, tomorrow, two things are happening. Two big things are happening. Obviously, it's Veterans Day. And if you go to U.S. Army WTF Moments or WTF Nation Radio, you will see that we have posted the Veterans Day Thank You for My Service treats, discounts, and freebies given. Now look,
TPs.
I'm gonna tell you what. I don't. Just real quick, I get breaking balls on people, and I get making kind of like thank you for my service. I kind of get that, but it's getting to the point where now it's cringe. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody wants to celebrate their veteran status, if someone wants to celebrate their somebody wants to get that free pecan pie at freaking Cracker Barrel,
go get it.
You should not. Nobody should be hating at all when someone wants to do it, and nobody should be hating on the community and the civilian populace, because when you make fun of shit like that widens the civil military divide. That widens the thing that's why the civilian populace now says, oh, they're a bunch of entitled pricks. They're now that what, they don't even want the stuff we want to give them, and yet these are the same individuals that say, I didn't get a discount.
Oh yeah,
exactly that. CQ, I want my blooming onion. I want it. I want that. Why not me?
And
I want
it. Tell you, I'm the one. I don't like to go out, and it's probably because I'm in this area. And the last time I did go out on Veterans Day was when I was home, and me and my dad, we went out with the whole family, but for me, I prefer not to be around all the crowds. So and that's the only reason why I don't do it. When I was younger and didn't have adult money like I did now, you best believe I'm like making a schedule. Like, I'm going to get all the free food. But I didn't, like I said, now I was like, I'd rather spend my money tomorrow when nobody's there. There should be
nobody should be, again, I'm telling you what, a lot of the same individuals I think it's so cringe. Is it really cringe? Why are you dissing on somebody? It's like TZ said. TZ is one of our other hosts that we're about ready to launch. But TZ, she said, she tweeted it out. She's like, why y'all hating on people changing their profile pics?
I haven't had a chance to do that yet.
Why? Who cares? I see somebody serving and they want to do that up and throw that and be proud of their service. Let them be proud of their service. Why you gotta be the bitch and just freaking ruin, stomp on people's parade? And if you want to parry it, like our friend Corey Reedon, oh my God, did you see his? He posted his. He's like, what was it, 6ix9ine Mafia? Who was that guy that he posted that profile pic? Shit like that. If you want to parry it, make fun of it. Make fun of it. That's not a big deal. Nobody should ever say, oh well, that's just cringe, or thank you for my service. I bet you gotta go get that blooming onion. Damn right. I'm gonna go get my free chow. So that was my little rant there about that, because I think it's kind of fucked up that people just talk shit like to other people like that.
And I need to take that back, because I do always go get my one freebie.
What's that?
That I go to the car wash.
Oh yeah, that's right. Some car washes do the same thing too.
Yes.
Yep, unless it's raining or
snowing. I
something.
don't have to deal with crowds. I get free car wash. So yeah, I'm not above. I'd love to go ahead and get freebies. I just
flex
I don't want to deal with crowds.
Flex it, man. It's specifically. I mean, look. If you complain about the VA not doing enough for you, get that free chow. If you complain about the military, how they treated you and how it was toxic and how you were in moldy barracks, get that free chow. If you think how it's messed up, how nobody wanted to assist you and nobody wanted to help you, get that free oil change. You know what I mean? Fucking go out and do it.
If you wear a t-shirt that says "I am not the sheep, I'm the shepherd" or some bullshit like that, go get your free Applebee's.
Go get it, man. If you want exactly that. If you want a Punisher skull, fucking BRC grunt style. Hey, what's up, grunt style? We're just breaking balls, and then all that. And you want to freaking, you want to wear all your accoutrements that labels you as a veteran. Go get that shit. Do it. I don't. Again, it's so stupid. Man, I guarantee it. If someone was ragging on your service or your participant in the service, you'd go off. If someone's like, "Shut up. What do you have to say about foreign policy?" It's always the real intellectual ones. They all do that shit. They go, they all start talking about it's so cringe. But then you start talking about foreign policy and how the American military and the Department of Defense involved in policy. You start ragging on that. Immediately they go, I served that policy. I know what that policy's all about. And I'm like, dude, didn't you just fucking rant on somebody for changing their profile pic on fucking Facebook? Change it. Fucking A. Change it, man. Because Infinity War's done. It's that combat vets are going to be, you already forgot us in fucking Afghanistan. You already forgot us in some 20 fucking years of veterans serving in Infinity War. Someone says he's going to wear a beret. You damn right. Wear that fucking beret. Wear your pork t-shirt. Your pork. Sorry. I don't know what I'm thinking. I watched a story about somebody who was complaining about their pork and it was pink. And this one lady got mad. Did you hear about that? She was all pissed off because the pork that she was served. And so I was looking at this article about fork poke and pork. I just immediately, it's not a strip club. I'm just saying, I promise. It's not the new entertainment club outside of Camp Lejeune. It's Fort Pork. Anyway.
Okay. I'm down. Let's go.
But anyways, also tomorrow for Veterans Day, if you have access, and I'm sure you noticed that there's been some pop culture thingies happening on the TV show Family Feud. Did you know about that? Did you hear about that?
I kind of heard it. Yes.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I really am. I got to look it up to see
out there getting it.
Watch it.
We're gonna try to find some snippets and grab it and post it up and all that. But our very own pop culture warrior CQ is going to be involved in the Veterans Day showing of Family Feud. Come on, dude.
Is that cringe? Is that cringe?
Is that cringe? See, that's what I'm saying. Is that cringe? See, that's what's messed up. Laughs will be held. It'll be fun as hell. Hey, look, shout out to the veterans. Again, this is what we should be talking about. Our own veteran community. Whoop whoop. We should be pumping it. Raise the veterans. Raise the roof. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about.
If he didn't win, he's fired, right?
That's another thing too. He hasn't told me. He hasn't been really clear about what's been going on about that. So I'm gonna have to find out to see if he didn't win, man. I'm gonna give a show to TZ or something like that. Maybe give it to Raider. Anyways, just breaking balls. So there he is, right there. He's obviously in the middle, right there, repping. And so it was a showing with the Wounded Warrior Wounded Warrior Project Foundation. So again, I'm pretty stoked. And there's the Warriors there, right there. Look, wait a minute. Blue? Wait, hang on, CQ. Maybe Pop Culture Warrior in the chats could confirm this. Is it women warriors against male warriors? Is that what it looks like? Look at that. Look at that. There's women warriors right there.
I know he lost now though. So
yeah.
Okay.
That's what, I didn't realize that until just now. I was like, oh, okay, cool. He's on the red team and they're on the blue team. Blue 4, right? Blue 4 and Op 4. Wait a minute. Is this a subliminal message from Family Feud and the Wounded Warrior Project? He's correct. Yeah, he said I was correct. So men are Op 4 and women are Blue 4. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. That's good shit. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's
I'm actually like looking, like I'm sitting here Googling, like, okay, how do I watch this tomorrow night in my house?
And don't
I'll
worry,
have to figure it out tomorrow.
I'm using some, but I'm going to use some, I don't want to say this right now, probably using some zip zap methods to get some of this up. If we could get this on, maybe we get it on the stream or something like that, we'll probably post it. I don't know, but I know CQ was telling me that they had like really strict rules and stuff. They couldn't like have their phones with them. They couldn't have any of their stuff. And so I'm thinking like, I don't want the Family Feud Mafia to come after me for posting some
Steve Harvey will come.
Yeah, Steve Harvey will come out here. Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, he'll
laptop, computers.
Yeah,
everything.
exactly. He'll come and shut down. WTF Nation Radio will be owned by the Family Feud.
Break into the bunker.
Break into the bunker, and all you will get is 24/7 streaming of the Family Feud. Woo, man! I don't think we can handle that punishment. So that's pretty cool, man. That is pretty cool. So tomorrow, Veterans Day, and of course, if you have had your organization give you a 4-day weekend, which you should, every single organization on the planet, with the exception of probably USAREC, Recruiter Times. What's the status on that 4-day? I thought that USAREC was supposed to be getting the 4-day weekend, just like TRADOC or something like that. Drop a comment in the chats there and let me know, because I'm hearing the streets are saying that that's not happening.
Really?
I hear the streets. Nobody's getting a 4-day weekend on for USAREC. I think it's what I'm hearing. The streets are saying that because now the Recruiter Times folks are got me more plugged in. I'm hearing that there's going to be a 3-day weekend for them. No 4-day. Wow. Okay. Well, confirmed by Recruiter Times. USAREC. Sorry guys, it's maybe the first time you've seen it. Or you might be thinking you're gonna have a 4-day off, but guess what? You got a 3-day weekend. No 4-day.
Are they getting a real 3-day? Because that seems like an improvement. I'm not saying it's good, but it's an improvement.
That, quite honestly, it's kind of funny that they are getting any day to begin with.
Like, you're not a veteran, you're a recruiter.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Oh, ouch. Ooh, yeah. See, that's another thing too. Does veteran status mean when somebody's in service or not? You know what I mean? How does that work? You're still in or you're still out? You know what I mean? Veterans Day. I think it shouldn't matter if you're still in. You know.
Oh no, I agree. But
yeah.
I bet USAREC doesn't go to work.
Ooh, I bet you. Yeah, I bet you the command doesn't.
No.
I bet you the command's going to be. Hey, what's going on? What's going on with the midterms? Well, I'm glad you asked. What's going on? Well, matter of fact, we posted a meme last night. A couple days ago, at about 11:04 p.m. we posted a meme on there just to what the status of the midterm. So there you go. This is what we know so far. we don't. I mean. Some motherfuckers are still counting ballots. Some states are still counting ballots, and Dee Tracy's going on.
Right.
I know this is Sergeant's time, but this is an election thing.
I'll allow a little bit of it.
A little bit. Yeah.
Just a little.
Yeah. So Sergeant's time. I know Sergeant's time, but this does have to do with your elected officials and their states, that some of the hot button topics that military service members and veterans are going to have to be. Anyways, so this is what we know so far. So I'm just giving you that right now of what's happening. Hey, if you didn't go register and you didn't go vote or you didn't do the processes, then that's on you. You can't complain. However, seeing the meltdown, and this is just my own real quick, I'll do some Monday edition stuff. I'll give you a hint at the Monday edition. Seeing the GOP, Dee Tracy and DeSantis going back and forth, I think it's, bro, I'm dying. I'm fucking laughing, dude. I am laughing my ass off at the meltdowns that everyone's having. Both parties. Both parties are having meltdowns. I love it.
They really are, and I'm amused.
Yeah, it's funny.
Me and
as
my
shit.
little libertarian self over here, like, oh yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. Can you give us? Yeah, hang on, real quick. If you guys, since you guys are freaking lazy and don't want to go to the, can you give us the link of where the free food is at? Yeah, there you go. It's dropped in the chats. I know it's hard for you guys to go on your Facebook and scroll on the WTF Nation Radio website or the Facebook page, but there you go. There's your link to Veterans Day 22 discount and free meals. Go get your chow. Go get it. Get your blooming nut. See, if you do it right. I remember when I was a Joe, man, we did it was done up perfect. I didn't have to eat. I mean that day it was hilarious because I was wondering, like, hey, because it was a day off, and I was like, how am I gonna go get some food? I'm gonna go to the barracks, and I'm like, wait a minute, I know exactly how I'm gonna do this. I'm going to, from breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I'll be set. And then on dinner, you can't believe how much freaking to-go boxes I got. I was just like, we take this, yes, I'll take this.
You're eating the whole 4 days.
I was grubbing. And of course, now look, hey, just make sure you tip the servers, because
yes,
it's running food service. It's a catch-22. Some servers are out there just trying to squeeze by, trying to take care of some. To them, it might be a second, third job to take care of the family. So make sure you tip within, of course, and of course it's got to be within the quality of service, right? Don't you? Isn't that how you tip? Do you tip that way?
Me,
or do you just tip in general?
I 20% it. I just 20% it. It's not really like if they got a really good, like if the service is that bad, I'm probably walking out. Anyway.
Gotcha.
Like
if it's
20%.
So if it's like then it's 20%, even if it's meh.
Yeah, pretty. Like I know, like everybody has some bad days. So.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. That's good. That's
fair
enough.
I mean, I will go a little over 20%. If everybody's like wonderful, but I also don't like being like. Every time I'm trying to take a sip of my soda, do you need anything? So don't be too attentive. But yeah, 20%. I'm at 20%.
Yeah. No, I gotcha. No, I hear you. No, that's right. Yeah. There's a fine balance to it. You know what I mean? If it's somebody who's doing the food service stuff and they're attentive to you, and then you don't have to worry about that. And me, normally when I'm going around, I'm either surfing the web or blabbing to somebody anyway. So I always get bugged. I get bugged, and I forget to eat sometimes when I get caught mid. Like when you hang out for lunch, we're like back and forth, and then we forget to eat, or we're just grubbing. We forget to grub, and then that's kind of cool. But if like you said, if the service is really good, yeah, I go over that. I mean, it depends. Depends. Like I said, if it's good service, food's good, atmosphere's okay, then I'm good. I'll do it over 20%. I don't know. Sometimes 20% though, I think is too small for what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like if I'm
I don't really go to those ones that like I'm gonna get like full service. Like I mean the most full service restaurant I'm going to is like Texas Roadhouse. It's like just drop my plate off.
Gotcha.
And, so yeah, if it seems like. I guess it doesn't seem like that much to me because, when I am like spending the money at the, restaurant, it'll be like something I wouldn't cook at home. So it's probably one of the more expensive things on their menu. But they're not doing any more work to bring me, a $20 steak instead of a $10 steak. You know what I mean?
No, I hear you.
So I don't see like, so I'm still giving them 20% of that bigger number. So yeah, I just right around 20%. I double the tax and add a few bucks, and that comes to 20.
Okay. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. I'm just thinking. I'm just trying to think about in some situations how have I rounded it up? You know what I mean? Like I said, like sometimes I just want change back. I'll just round it up. You know what I mean? So sometimes.
I have to be an odd number.
Sometimes it's not even a tip. Sometimes it's like, I got to round this shit up. The tip comes into the rounding ups. In other words, like if it's like 21-31 or something like that, I'm like, oh no shit, I'm rounding it up to like 26 or 25 or 28. If it's really good child, then I'll round it up 10. You know what I mean? If it's really good, if everything's just perfect, then I'll go 15 over, 20 over.
This may sound, I don't know, I'm not trying to sound discriminatory, but if I have a really young server or a older, like, my mom's age type server, they get way more money from me. Yeah. It's just, I don't know
that's
why.
That's not discriminatory. So you're saying,
the little bitty kids that, probably just starting, and older people, like, I don't want you working here no more. And they could be like, just wanting to not sit on their butts, and it's not a money thing, but I don't know that. So I'm going to assume that they're working still because they need money. So I tip them higher.
Okay. There you go. There you go.
They could drop my whole drink on me. I'd still tip them higher.
Well, sometimes I always got baby ass with me when I'm out and about. Oh. So it's a, oof. Try to take a toddler on a date, and I'll tell you what, god dang. Yeah, he's gonna eat your fries. What about it? So real quick, I just wanted to give I want to call out somebody, not a shout out, a call out. Remember that guy that ran, who inflated his service and ran for Ohio District 9 or something like that. Or
yeah, didn't he have like some kind of official photo with a big smiley face?
Yeah, he had some happy photos and stuff like that, and he was talking about his service. And as soon as we found out that he was stolen valor, he was lying. He embellished his record, and we were talking about those too, Spanky. That sometimes, hey, look, there's nothing wrong with saying what you did. Me and you talked about it, all that shit. So he ran for office, and of course, D. Treasy fucking endorsed him. Now, okay, what does this have to do with Sergeant's time? Is that you guys know that we have zero tolerance for stolen valor. We don't believe in that shit. Hey, look, be proud of your service. Say what you fucking did. Whatever. No one's gonna rag on you and stuff like that. But it's as the story came out when he was running for office, I went on that tirade about him and Lippincott, Josiah Lippincott, and from Hillsdale and all this other shit. Just shit talking him and then shit talking J.R. Majewski. Well, J.R. Majewski lost. But along the way, while he was campaigning, I ensured that members of the WTF Nation in Ohio got that information and forwarded a ton of stuff. I'm not trying to say that, no, Gary, that's somebody else. That is, that's a good point. That's somebody else. We'll get this guy. But this guy was in my, I got a lot of the Trump people and some of the Trump fans and a lot of his supporters coming after me. Saying, what are you doing dragging a vet? You shouldn't be doing this. You should do. Man, I dragged his ass so bad, he blocked me. Let me just show him a picture. Let me throw some receipts because you know me. We got the receipts.
I have trained you well on the receipting.
He got pissed off, got butthurt, and he blocked me. And so I'm just gonna be like, dude, yeah. If you embellish your record, all he had to do was say, hey man, I was just trying to do whatever, and he'd been cool and just like stepped back and just said, hey, I'm not running for office, or I'm not doing this stuff, or I'm not doing this stuff anymore, and I was wrong, and I should not be doing it. Because when you're supposed to be running for office, you're supposed to be of the people, you're supposed to have exemplary morals, and that's why I never run for office, dude. I had so many skeletons flying out. I would have.
I would have to bring my skeletons out. They're out there.
Yeah. I would have to hire my skeletons. What are you talking about? If I was running for office, exactly. That would be my administration. God damn, Ken, who the fuck are these people you hanging out with? This is the reason why I'm running, because if I didn't run and I didn't include them in, you just gotta. So anyways, so I was bam, bam, bam. I was like, nope. Every time he posted something, I go, you're fucking false. You're fake. Why don't you fucking tell the truth? Why don't you sit there and tell the people that you're. So he blocked me, and then still around, I found other ways to ensure. Yeah, exactly that, Pip. He only blocked one of my accounts. You can ban me, but you can't ban all of me.
We do not break terms of service and have multiple accounts of our own. We absolutely do not.
Depends. Yeah, well, depends on the day. Yeah, depends on the mood.
Now, those skeletons of mine, they might have.
The skeletons. About to say the skeletons might have those skeletons. But anyway, so he blocked me, got all pissed off and all that. And I got a bunch of shit. I got attacked, and then did you see that death threat that happened? That I got that death threat. I got that death threat in the inbox.
Which somebody would.
Yeah, I was about to say which one. Yeah, I got a death threat in the fucking. I got a death threat in the inbox, and I was just like, you got to be fucking kidding me, man. You want to come at me, bro? And it was somebody who it was an individual who got really pissed off, and we posted something, and he got mad because says, hey, could you stop posting stupid ass shit? And he's like, you think it's in the inbox right now. The guy's name is Mitchell Elliott. So if you want to look at his, if you go to the inbox right now, Spanky, if you want to check it out, you can. And he's like, can you stop posting stupid shit? And I'm like, what are you even talking about? Go touch grass, Mitch. And he's like, are you sure you posted this to the page? There's no posting of anybody shooting anybody. And then he's like, fuck off and die. You want to threaten me on how? Come say it to my face, and I guarantee it. You will not like the outcome. We're not authorized to show, but I was authorized to talk about this death threat that I got. So I'm like, come on, Cletus, come on. We didn't post shit. All right, the WTF Nation Radio posted nothing about active shooters or a shooting happening. U.S. Army WTF Moments didn't post anything about an active shooter or anything like that. And of course yours truly, get the brunt of some. It reminded me of that one fucking that video of that guy who calls the Asian restaurant Why don't you come over here and fight me? Come on, I'll fucking kill you.
Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, why don't you come at me? And I'm like, dude, fuck off and die. You want to threaten me and say that to my face. You would not like the outcome, bro. You looks like you can't even make it up fucking stairs, man. So don't even. I was like, oh my God, look at this fucking.
I don't even need to come at you. I can send 5-year-old niece of mine.
I was about to say, I don't think you need. I mean, even if I showed up, I think you'd have a fucking heart attack or pass out by me walking up to you because yeah, Buklao, exactly that. I like to fight, so it's just like, oh, dude, I couldn't believe I got that. I was like, are you freaking for real? What are you talking about? So right now, currently, all the polls are closed. Obviously, votes are still being counted. So hopefully, if you used the military absentee ballot system and you spoke with your voting assistance officer, additional duty, of course, that all officers get, then I hope you exercised your rights to vote. Shit, we're gonna take a break. Fuck, man.
Yeah. We better take a break before we get even more into politics.
No. We're just shooting. You're just shooting the shit. Yeah, we're just shooting the shit. So hey, we'll take a break. There's no guest tonight anyway, so we'll do the standard wrap up. So we'll be right back and shouts.
What is this Facebook Live? I've never heard of this shit.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Take it from me, Ice. You can't just float around space not caring about stuff forever.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Shit in the bag, Pogue.
Nothing feels the same. Let it all be I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
I was going to. We were talking about how the changing of the profile pics, and so I figured Spanx can you can do your you did yours up.
Oh,
and,
I did.
Yeah, and I know we were talking. And
oh my God, I can't forget to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for my service type stuff. So if you guys look over for Spanky, there she is. She's man, you smoking a butt too. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that.
That was the day.
Those were the days, man. Smoking them butts. Oh man, let me get a square. You know what I'm saying? You got a Lucy, man. Oh, Dan, I quit smoking, so to me it's just like
I quit smoking too.
Oh.
But every now and then when you have these days, like I remember that day and I remember those days, like that's exactly what you need.
Right.
Either that or murdering soldiers.
when you're not boot stomping freaking toxic leaders, then of course you have you got to have those days. That was a smoke pit. It looks like a smoke pit shot too. Like you were outside hanging out somewhere in the motor pool about ready to lay down some authority.
That was I was not stationed where that picture was taken. That's when we went up for training. I was in Yakima. So.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, after we came back into where like the buildings are.
Right. Hey, just a real quick answer that question there, Gary. He asked about his dad dimed somebody out for stolen valor. Yes, but it was somebody running for the Democratic ticket, and his dad dimed him out, saying that he did not serve as a naval nuclear warfare or nuclear technician or submarine dude. So there you go. That's the that's the update to that one. So we all got the crud. Well, everybody's got the crud. Everyone's been sick.
Oh yeah.
Everyone's been yeah, she drove a minivan. everyone's sick, dude. Everyone's it's not the Rona, because everybody who's come back, I'm so glad that the crud is back.
Yeah, it's like this normal. You get sick.
Yeah, it's normal sick.
That are not coronavirus.
Yeah, exactly. We're bringing flu shots back. Yeah, you know what I mean. it's now one of those things to where now getting sick means nothing. Means you just got sick. You just got the crud.
And you don't get paid for it if it's not.
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. It's like if I had COVID, like last time I had it in August. So yeah, at that time it's paid. I don't have to use my sick days. But
right.
If I get the normal flu.
Right. People not looking at you all crazy when you sneeze because you pulled a hair out of your nose because you got a hair growing out and you sneeze and people are like, whoa, well, yeah, so now you can say you got sick and no one's going to say you got the Rona, or no one's going to say where you vaxxed, or they're going to mask up around you. I'm kind of glad that fucking kick has gone away. But yeah, so CQ was sick as a dog. He couldn't do a show. And then, damn, who was it? I got freaking, what's up, David? And we got Cosby in his busy schedule, and then you were sick, and then Mama's sick, and everybody's sick. Oh man, damn! I was doing some sniffles, and I was playing Xbox with the goons last night, and oh my God, next I was like, "Are you good? You get the Rona?" I'm like, "No, I'm good. I'm good.
Just allergies.
Just allergies, or you just the fine dust in the air, because sometimes when you're in the mountain environment, the temperature will change and it'll get really cold, and then it'll just get really warm. So. Yeah, it's okay to say you have allergies anymore. You don't have to worry about freaking the hell out and getting all that, because I think
sent home from school because you're allergic to dust.
You're allergic to dust, but everyone's freaking the fuck out saying that you need to quarantine and be sealed in a fucking containerized housing unit because of that. So we had a lot of rescheduled. So we were supposed to have a guest. So much stuff happened this week. So everything's been rescheduled. Tomorrow's Veterans Day, so the shop is going to be closed. Probably some limited power, little limited power usage, and limited email contact here and there. We have
We'll all be busy out getting our freebies.
Right. I'm gonna flex that shit. Flex your veteran ID card. Flex your VI. Flex it. It's not cringe. Shit. If you're missing out on free stuff, and then it's almost like I feel like it's an insult to push away on free stuff because of your veteran status. Go get that free shit. Go get that bloomin' onion. Go get that freaking. But anyways, so all the schedules like we had, Renford Ligon and Chris Brunetti was going to come on, and they were going to tag team and talk about fucking some new shit that Chris Brunetti's doing, what Renford Ligon's doing. I mean, there's so much stuff that it was going to be like a two-for guest, and I thought it's great because it was going to be some great talking about just pop culture stuff, man. Pop culture.
Right.
Hell, I think I think hopefully I'm going to ask CQ if he's going to be talking about some movie news and all this other stuff, because the chats were live, were like active as hell, talking about what was it, Dave Bautista? Who's the Bautista? Bautista being the guy who played Drax on Guardians of the Galaxy, being Marcus Phoenix on the Gears of War series. So we don't know if it's a series or just one movie, but and so now we're just kicking around. I've been pitching on social media saying that it needs to be fucking Vince Vargas for Dom. So man, all that talk, all that pop culture shit, man, it's gonna get 2023 is gonna get badass with pop culture, and I'm kind of jealous that CQ's gonna be. Matter of fact, I better just like squeeze in. Hey, I need to like QAQC your work there. I need to go follow you and hang out what's going on.
Yeah, let me jump in on that real quick.
Yeah, exactly. And then of course, all the talk and drama about the what's his name, Henry Cavill leaving freaking The Witcher, and it's got everybody all pissed off. I'm gonna ask you a question though, Spanky. Why is it that it's okay for everybody to get pissed off about that, but nobody can say shit about Ariel from fucking Little Mermaid?
Wait, okay, that's two completely different things. This is recasting a role in a current series. Ariel you're just making a whole new movie. Okay. That's not like if you had, that would just be like, okay, now during this movie we have two different actors or actresses for Ariel. Okay. In this whole one movie. So no, that's remaking the movie. That does but you can't just recast the dude. They did that in what was that TV series, Spartacus?
Right.
But that actor died, so it was okay. It wasn't great, but it was still so awkward when you watch it and have two different actors, especially when you can binge it now.
Just asking.
Yeah, so that's the difference.
Just asking.
No, it's either Henry Cavill or it's nobody.
Okay. Okay. Well, see, there you go. Well, you kind of think about it. Christopher Reeve, until he, he was replaced for, Superman Returns, and then he was replaced, obviously. So what? What's up? How come they didn't have the other guy from Superman Returns who played him? How many Batmans have we had too? You know what I mean? So there's exactly that, Pip. There's even a petition to fire the writers. So with Gears of War, though, I think Batista being Marcus Phoenix, okay, I could see that. Although Marcus Phoenix, if you look at the character, he's a short king. He's not a very big dude, so it's kind of like
we love a short king.
So there's them short kings, baby. However, I was talking about how and the reason why I can do this is I don't get to talk pop culture warrior because freaking CQ does all the pop culture warring, and so
you don't get to touch politics on here because I don't allow.
Yeah, so
I allow a little bit of pop culturing.
Yeah, a little bit of pop culturing because we're still talking about pop culture stuff. But I think that with Batista being Marcus Phoenix, that's okay. It's it's at least it's a start because Marcus Phoenix is if you know the character. I'll just say that if Gears of War, if you really understand, if you really know the game, and here's what's going to piss me off about the movie or series when it comes out, because the fact that people think it's gonna be a woke People gonna think it's gonna be a woke timeline or woke ideology. I'm still finding out what the fuck that means. Anyways, woke ideology is going to be injected in this film when this film was believe it or not, this film actually has an underlying story. Underlying theme, a background, a moral, meaning that you don't strip your resources and create other. How about you got play Gears of War. Once you play Gears of War, I don't want to ruin it too much, even though it's been been out for a while. It's been out for like fucking 10 years and shit. So if you really hadn't caught up on the theme and the storyline of Gears of War, it basically is what happens when a government strips its resources and it affects the planet, and also in its experimentation of what it does to the ecosystem, and that's what the war is all about. And so I think it's badass. So the Cliff Bleszinski talked about how he needed, hey, look, Bautista as Marcus, please. And he says, I need a Latino actor for Dom because Dom has a big role in that movie. And I said, and this is what I said, and I'm going to put it up on the screen right now. I said, Vince Vargas plays freaking, he looks like Dom. He is Dom, and if you guys don't know what I mean, is that here's another character of his CGI model of what Dom looks like, and this is later in the series. So I think that Vince Vargas should be Dom, veteran. And this is the Star's time. We're talking about veteran stuff, so it's the Star's time. We can talk about this.
I see how you tied this in here.
Yeah, exactly. See how I did that? See how that woo-woo. You know, that's how Star Majors do. We like to caveat and piggyback off of things that, could whatever. So did you see One Punch Dad's freaking video? Oh my God, it's hilarious. We need to post that on the page. So there you go. There, Cliff. There's your character. That's Vince Vargas. He's got combat and he's a big dude. I don't know. I'm saying in the game, Marcus Phoenix is a short king. So having Bautista and Vince at the same size or a little bit like that, they could be buddies, I guess. But Dom's story is, dude, it is. I can only play that game once in a while because the story of Gears of War, not only does it deal with dealing with ecosystems and dealing with resources and disrupting ecosystem, it's a very powerful. There's another theme behind it, the human story. So I did a roll up of who I thought should play the characters. Of who should play any of the characters here. One of the characters is Augustus Cole. Augustus Cole is known as the Cole Train. The Cole Train plays different football. It's like their version of football. He's basically a football player. And the person I had in mind was either Terry Tate from Office Linebacker. Remember him?
Right.
Terry Tate and then or Terry Crews. It's a freaking they are perfect in that character.
They are.
And then
I see it.
And then everyone says Terry Tate. Everyone says, but Terry Tate, he did Office Linebacker, and he has that woo. If you play the game, the Cole Train in Gears of War, he's always like that. And so I think that's another one. So then I said Damon Baird. Damon Baird is a character that's in Gears of War as well. And I said either it was going to be freaking, what's his name? Ryan Reynolds. Notice he's got that, you notice that ghost thing, right? You notice that ghost thing? Zip zap. You notice that ghost thing? Look at that. See that ghost
I can
patch?
see that.
See a little ghost patch? Zip zap. And then also Eddie McClintock, our friend Eddie McClintock. If you know Eddie, you know how Baird's character is. Those two, Ryan Reynolds or Eddie McClintock, can definitely fit that role. And then another character as Anthony Carmine. He is he's like a little private, a little wet behind the ears, cherry kid soldier. Tom Holland, the kid who did Spider-Man. He's a perfect role for Anthony.
He's just so cute.
He's like a little private. He's like a little private. So but Carmine, his character in in Gears of War. Again, you got to play Gears of War from the beginning all the way to the end of all the series. It's a great series. I'm not plugging it only because I have personal ties to it, but I'm plugging it because I had personal ties to it too. It's a fun game. Carmine, yeah, exactly that. Carmine and his brothers too. So we had to find out somebody who's going to play his brother. Queen Mira, I think should be Kate Blanchett because her
chin matches so perfectly to the two. It's just
isn't that crazy? Yeah. I think she's an updated version. She is the queen of the grubs, or she is the ruler of the evolved species of what happened with the, with the whole storyline. Anya Stroud, I think that person should be played by Ali Larter. If you guys don't know who she is, she's the same. I mean, they got the same physique, they got the same attitude. Just freaking, that's just, I don't know if you watch all of her films or something like that. And then
I've actually never seen any of her films.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but they do that looks wise a match.
Yeah. And then I think Carrot Top would be a great villain. Well, and then Colonel Victor Hoffman, a friend of mine, Jeff Bosley, he's going to be in Pop Culture Warrior soon too as well. He just moved, but I think he should play the Colonel. He's seasoned. He's Special Forces. Great guy, great friend of mine, and he's going to be coming on Pop Culture Warrior.
He's been on before once.
Yeah, he's been.
I remember. He has been a guest before.
Yeah, he has been a guest before too.
Yes.
And then General Rom, this right here is who I got right there. That's General Rom. He's one of the main characters of the Grubs, I guess you would say. But he's basically he's throughout the whole series. He is like one of the bosses that you have to kill in the game. But he has a developed, evil monster character. And I think, and this is just me, that should be The Rock. I think that should be The Rock. I think The Rock needs to play a bad guy, needs to play a monster, and that would be a perfect role for The Rock to would be General Rom. So that's just me. And then
I approve.
Sam Byrne. I think there's her character here. I think she should be played by Gina Carano, who was in The Mandalorian and Deadpool. She was one of the main characters of The Mandalorian. So I think right there she should be she should be.
Oh, I like
Sam
it.
Byrne.
Yes.
Yeah, Sam Byrne. Yeah, he was good at Scorpion.
I'm not used to agreeing with you so much.
I know. As a side-by-side comparison too. And then Adam Phoenix, who's Marcus Phoenix, would be Bautista's dad if he was cast. And I'm just sorry, Bryan Cranston, he's got it. He's got that look. It would be he's got that look. He's got that that he's a scientist too. And so I'm not saying that Bryan Cranston's been famous for playing scientists, but
he is the danger.
He's danger. A Griffin, I think would be played. And I don't even have to. This is a computer. This is from the game. I don't even have to put this individual side by side because all you got to do is see who this is. This should be played by Wesley Snipes, straight up. Wesley Snipes should be Griffin. Who is one of the main characters in.
That's not Wesley Snipes.
That's not Wesley Snipes. That's a character of the game. Yeah.
I had to look closer. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, yeah.
It wasn't until I got up closer I could see like the.
It's a video game. Yeah, it's a video game. Cap.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying Ice Cube could be. Yeah, he could be Griffin as well.
I can see that one too. But
and then the guy who played K2SO on the movie Rogue One, Alan Tudyk, should play Jack. Jack is a little robot that is in the game that decloaks every time you need help to with like if you're trying to open up a door, you're trying to hack something, or gives you a command update. Jack will if you guys don't know him, he's also on the TV show Resident Alien that's on the Sci-Fi Channel, and it's hilarious. Now the final person I think I didn't name to be named actor or actress is Maria. If you guys don't know who Maria is, play the game. Then that's all I got to say. I think Maria should be a cameo. And the reason why is because in the game she's within memory, and then there's one scene with her that will just absolutely fucking destroy you. So I think her, she should be a cameo. So that was my Veterans Day Gears of War stuff and pop culture that I'm in. I'm going to go only slip and slide a little bit. But again, so we had those two guests that were going to be scheduled. We have Renford Langen, of course, and us, Chris Brunetti. And then we also had Chris Whitemore, U.S. Marine veteran. Chris, happy birthday, Marine. What do you say happy birthday to a Marine? How do you greet a Marine when you say that?
You say happy birthday? Throw a crayon at him and say happy.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Enjoy.
Yeah, okay.
Grunt at him, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Hoorahs.
Oh, I just got to think, ooh, Kate Beckinsale. Oh, okay.
Yes, I could see
Somebody
that.
said that.
That's exactly who I was. I could not think of who it was. I'm like, there's an actress that looks like that. Yes, the girl that was in Pearl Harbor, that one.
Yep, yeah. Somebody said that Kate Beckinsale should be Maria. Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Anna Kendrick. There was a lot of Anna Kendrick fans. Yeah, okay. There you go. There's that Maria. Yeah, all right. That looks like Kate Beckinsale already.
Yeah, it does. So, that's why I was like, I look again. I'm like, but I couldn't think of her name. I could only think that Pearl Harbor chick.
The Pearl Harbor chick. Yeah. I was gonna say Underworld, the vampire chick running around and freaking shooting vampires in leather. So that's just me. Whoa. Anyway, so So what do you say to Marie? So Chris Whitemore was going to be on this week, and now he's going to be on next week. So all this stuff that's getting updated because people were sick and our schedules didn't meet. So don't worry about it. We'll get it knocked out for you. Right now we're currently broadcasting on 5 platforms: Twitter, Facebook on WTF Nation Radio and U.S. Army WTF Moments, YouTube and Twitch. We're on Twitch, so all you streamer gamers, whatever. There's been a couple of our shows that have had streamers stream with it. So like they're playing games and they're listening to us and shit. I didn't know about that. So I told I told them the next time you guys want to stream or you guys doing some video game stuff. Like right now, Grunts Gaming Network is doing a Marine Corps birthday stream. So if you I told them let me know when you're doing it, and then we'll jump on and play Call of Duty. So again, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, but of course we have this week got kind of jumbled up, so that's normally our scheduled time at 2000 or 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for those of you who don't habla. And of course the guests will come on normally when we do them. We have about they come on about 9 o'clock, unless it's a pre-recorded arrangement where we can get them on there and good to go. So I think that's it. Speggy, you got anything real quick? Oh, somebody wanted me to cover this one story. Did you hear about Sky Penis?
I heard about Sky Penis.
Real quick, this is one last. This is the last thing we'll cap it off with. Sky Penis.
Yes,
the Sky Penis. All right, so a U.S. military aircraft, a KC-135 Stratotanker, near one of the areas about 2 hours east of Cyprus on Tuesday, was in front of the Syrian base of Tartus, which is a stronghold of where Ivan is at in Syria. So this KC-135 was flying a pattern, and the pattern looked very penisy.
I want to know the planning that went into that.
I want to know the checkpoints, route points, ingress, egress routes. I want to know coordinates, waypoints of whatever penisy type of pattern. Is penisy? You know what I mean?
It is a word now.
It's penisy. We can say penisy. It's very penisy. Very penisy.
I tried to run, where it'll map your run on GPS in the shape of a penis, and it took me 3 weeks to get that right. I had to run so much.
Right. So I'm like, all right. So
and they did this in a plane.
That is in a KC-135. It's a large. It's about as big as a 747. Because that aircraft is no longer in service or no longer flying. But it's about as big as a 747 that refuels our fighters, and they had a very penisy pattern. The flight plan. You can see it flying in, penising right there, penising between Cyprus and Lebanon.
Not pivoting.
It was penising. It was penising, and so it did the penising there, and of course when it was asked about hey, what's up with the penis stuff? Why are you doing that? So the Air Force, when a reporter from military.com said, hey, what's up with the penisy? What's up? Why are you penising? And the Air Force said, quote, We are aware of the incident and talking with the KC-135 crew to determine the details. At this time, we do not believe that the crew acted inappropriately, flying a refueling orbit consisting of requirements that met the needs of receiver aircraft, unquote.
That is a good cover story.
Of receiver, get it? Of receiver aircraft. Yeah, we see what you did there, Air Force. Of receiver aircraft with a penisy pattern. There you go. But
there had to be some, Army or Marine person there helping this Air Force guy out. They would never have come up with this.
There had to have been a pattern.
Can you fly in the shape of a penis?
Yeah. All right. Could you? Yeah, they're all at a fucking bar or something like that. They're all drinking or something like that. And they're like, all right, we need to talk to air traffic control. And then the air traffic control guy was probably saying, or gal probably said, fly this pattern, and then fly this pattern, and then fly it like this. And I bet you when they were flying it, I wonder if that track. We got to find out from our Air Force friends. How is it that you can get penisy on a flight pattern like that?
I don't know. You know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to do it tonight because it's late, but I'm going to call my dad tomorrow and ask him.
I was about to say, yeah.
He's probably going to be like, Lynn, come get your kid.
Yeah, exactly. So again, of course, the Air Force, that's a statement they're sticking with. And so, the very penisy of what they've done. And so I guess we have to take the Air Force for their word for it. You know what I mean? It's, there you go.
Just flying in circles.
Just flying in circles. Hi. What's wrong with our pattern? We're in between Cyprus and Lebanon. If you look at the pattern, it's like throwing a hot dog down the hallway. You notice the shape? And you notice like there's Cyprus is on the left side of the penis or the penisy pattern, and then Lebanon's on the other side of penisy pattern. Almost like it's like simulating an orificical... I'm just like talking out my ass now. An orifice. You know what I mean? It looks very penisy. It looks like it's very suggestive. Oh wait, this is Sergeant's time. This is a family-related event. I can't post this stuff because what if my daughters see this stuff? Probably gonna get a text, from one of my kids. Like, what the fuck you doing, Dad? So exactly that. Hey, what's this on your flight radar? I won't give you the answer. We'll get me in trouble. Ladies and gentlemen, Gap speak. If you notice on our left side, you'll see a flying penis. You see a penis. Anyways, so again, share, like, and follow all of our stuff. Pay attention to some of the chats. Pay attention to some of the posts we got. We are on Twitter, YouTube. Like I said, I just read off all the socials. Instagram too. I wish we'd get Instagram fucking live, but that's a pain in the ass to get all that shit set up. So thank you for joining us. Spanky, you got anything?
Not at all. Sweet dreams, y'all.
All right. Well, y'all have a good night and showers. See you.
Hey, this is SEAC retired John Wayne Troxel. You're listening to WTF Nation Radio, the station of choice for all of the badass MFers on the planet.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Я батько. Я молодший брат.
Я водій маршрутки. Я скоро одружуся. Я фанат Шахтера.
Начальник отдела продаж.
Я прораб.
Я программист.
Я свидетель на свадьбе.
Дядя Юра, таксист. Я вчитель фізкультури.
Я студент-геолог.
У мене своя фірма. Я кращий друг зі школи. Я сусід, який завжди стукає по батареї.
Я єдиний син.